In stage 1, we looked at a variety of ways of creating reports, and we predominantly worked with the report tool and the report wizard. But now I want to look at creating a report in report design, which is basically from scratch. What you may notice looking at the screen is I've jumped back to the earlier database, the class management database, and I'd like to create some reports in this class management database. I'm going to click the Create tab in the ribbon, and there's a reports group here. And I'd like to use the Report Design button, so I'm going to click that. Immediately I'm given a blank report, and I'm just going to maximize the report so I can see as much as possible. Now, working with reports in Design View, it's best to bring up the Property Sheet. So what we have over here on the right hand side is the Property Sheet button, and I'm going to give that a click. Now, every report has to be based on either a table or a query. And so this is where we can control what a report is based on using the property sheet. We've got a number of tabs here. This tab is to do with formatting aspects of a report. This tab, Data, is to do with data. This is to do with event triggers, macros, and there are other properties here. And if all else fails, you've got a category here called All. So I'm going to go to the All category. Now, the very first property in the All category is Record Source, and if I click on this and I actually look at the bottom left of my screen, it says to me in the status bar it's the database object or the SQL statement that the form or the report is based on. So to abbreviate that, it's the object, the database object that the report is based on. I'm going to hit the drop down and choose an object to base my report on, and it's actually a query, and it's a query called Student Assignment Result, and that's the source for my report. Now, when you create a blank report, you do end up with 3 sections. There's a page header section here, a details section here, and a page footer section here. Anything you put in the page header section will appear at the head of every page in your report, and anything you put in the page footer section will appear at the foot of every page in your report. And the details section is generally where you put the details such as the fields. Now, if I was to right click in the details section, I can actually turn off the page header and footer just by clicking it. And now I'm left with just a details section. But if I right click the details section again, I can bring the page header and footer back. And in addition to the page header and footer, I'm going to right click and bring up the report header and footer. What goes in the report header appears only on the first page of the report, so it's generally the report title, and what appears in the report footer only appears on the last page of the report, so that's generally things like grand totals. So we've got 5 sections to our report so far.